Hunter Cross Hunter is the topic for today's Meta Monday episode. But let's be real, you've already seen this deck profile circulating everywhere. Because the deck profile is relatively the same between a lot of winning lists, and even from what I've observed amongst other content creators and testing, let's just jump right in. Moneymon, we know what it does. It's Demi-Meramon for save decks. But heavily it's restricted to hunters. No substitutes here because Crossheart Digimon from BT10 can't digivolve over this Digimon. As a result, the archetype is locked solidly in BT12. For your rookies, tailor your build to your local meta. You know Gumdramon and Psychmon will always be your 4-ofs, but why certain other save mechanic Digimon? Dracmon is the declogger of your hand. I've played Crossheart enough times where sometimes I have so many tamers, but no corresponding Digimon for them. Shoutmon helps you delete other Digimon with 4000 DP or less. It could be useful in the mirror if your opponent is just playing Digimon. But the popular go-to right now is Ikakimon for the DP reduction. Level 4 wise, Shoutmon King version and Damemon that lets you play Taiki, Uemano, or Tagiru. Their only difference is that one plays from hand, and the other plays from revealed cards off the top of the deck. Inheritable wise, it just depends on what you prioritize, blocker or more deletion. Frankly, the blocker is more valuable, but the body deletion can also be very useful. Tuormon could be the make or break between de-digivolving pesky Digimon, maybe even that Quartzmon. And Clockmon gives that sweet jamming. But everyone will always run a Restedramon for the rush and inheritable draw. One difference with this deck from Crossheart is that unlike playing Digimon and crossing into them, you're actually digivolving again but utilizing cost reduction mechanics with your tamers. The remaining saved Digimon, Yaziamon and Possumon could be used, but overall, they're more aligned with pure hunters. Superior mode is what makes this deck amazing in the fact that you can attack even when suspended. In a full board mirror Quartzmon can make it a long game. But luckily, end of attack your Restedramon can keep chipping away. But do keep in mind, if you have more than one of these Digimon in play, only one gets to actually attack through. But even better, it has an upgraded Bagramon effect that lets you place one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon as the bottom Digivolution card of one of their Digimon or Tamers. For each color Tamer you have, you increase the level by 1. Add 4 different color Tamers in play. You can even send powerful level 7s like Omnimon under a Tamer or another Digimon. Meanwhile, Omni Shoutmon adds for more removal while also being an extra aggressive checker. Boss monster wise, Quartzmon is one of the most dreaded monsters in the upcoming format. Not only do you suspend all Digimon and Tamers, but for every 2 suspended cards in play, including yours, you gain a memory. In some matchups, you can easily keep it on your turn. But frankly, this card stalls out some of the biggest meta contenders. Option card wise, Overflowing Power is an amazing way to gain access to certain Digimon that you've slipped under your Tamers. But for me personally, the tech card that I ultimately wanted to talk about for this Meta Monday episode is Schwarz-Lasatz. Schwarz-Lasatz is an option card that for 6 memory and for each Digimon with hybrid in its traits and each Tamer you have in play, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. In the upcoming meta where you could be mirror matching against hunter decks, this card could be huge considering it wipes your opponent's board of pretty much anything except for that darn Quartzmon. With so many Tamers, I thought it would be a neat little bomb if hit in security or even played from hand, since, you know, you have purple eggs and Tamers. And finally, Tamer wise, you run 3 Uemano, which regrettably has a huge errata error. This Tamer gains you 1 memory when you place a Digimon card with save in its text from your hand under this Tamer. Taiki draws you a card instead. Tagiru Akashi sets your memory to 3. All 3 of these Tamers have an additional effect that when you digivolve into a Digimon with save in its text, you reduce the cost by 1. The Watchmaker is the final Tamer that on play adds 1 Digimon with save in its text and 1 card with hunter in its traits, meaning all of your Tamers and Digimon are fair game. But the best part, if you have 4 or more Tamers in play, by suspending this Tamer, one of your Digimon with save gains security attack +1. Generally, this deck has a lot of flexible plays in regard to how you play it. You can play it more destructive, you can play it more controlled. your biggest weakness is going to be reducing Digivolution blockers from BT5. Luckily, all of these Digimon have really low stat lines, meaning you can use a Kakemon to handle Gaussmons or Shoutmons to delete all of them. Again, I don't think there is a need to discuss the combos to do this deck, as you are in essence digivolving over Digimon of varying colors, utilizing the special Digivolution conditions with save in their text. Your tamer plays are going to be less dependent on you personally playing them, as again, you have Digimon that can digivolve into to do that work. But overall, there are many tech cards I could see players running. Again, High-Speed Plug-in D only needs a tamer to be used, and making certain Digimon unblockable could make certain matchups even easier. But in general, what are your thoughts on hundreds in the upcoming format? Let me know your thoughts, as this episode was shorter than my normal Meta Monday episode. And moving forward, a lot of these may be condensed down simply because I've covered a lot of the main deck profiles for BT12. And it's time to upgrade older decks and see if a little life can be given. Let me know in the comments below which decks you'd love to see upgraded. And as always, thank you so much for your support. This is Digi-Panda, locking out.